Hello, this is Michael, atheist and alcoholic. I am attending 90 AA meetings in 90 days. Nothing discussed in these videos will ever undermine the anonymity of AA. Tonight, meeting 72, and doing the secular meetings is definitely much more enjoyable. And if I were struggling in my recovery currently, they would be exponentially more useful. I did a different one tonight. I did a few of the Stoic ones, which I really like, but I wanted to change it up because I felt like it was just becoming another bro Stoicism channel, which those are cool, but that's not the purpose of this channel. So I picked a different one, and the topic was on honesty, and there were some great shares with useful information. I don't know how I could untangle what was useful from the personal details. For my own part, I've mentioned this in previous videos, in my drinking history for sure, that Susie used to tell other people Mike doesn't lie. There were situations that would come up friends would know about where I was stubbornly making life more difficult, and they would be like, why doesn't he just fucking lie? She'd be like, he doesn't lie. After the second, third, or fourth, or fifth, or sixth time I was found out on hiding my drinking, she stopped saying that. And that sucks because I really valued honesty. I lied all the time as a kid and probably through my early teens, but at some point it just made me, I kind of hated myself for it, and I just decided I'm just gonna be honest about everything all the time to the best of my ability. Not that I don't misspeak, not that I don't try to be tactful, but like it was not disingenuous for me to say that honesty was a core value, even during my early drinking when I was completely open about it. Um, the only thing I ever deliberately lied about was my drinking, which underscores, I think, the power that addiction has over us, that I was willing to compromise that core value for booze. Um, and largely it was a lie by omission. As I mentioned in another video, that, when I was found out, especially the first time or two, I would say with a straight face, I didn't lie, you didn't fucking ask, even if I didn't know the term, lie by omission, which I did, intuitively I knew it was being dishonest. So that's about it for the meeting. I did want to share, because I've went over a couple different versions of the 12 steps now. This meeting, Reason and Recovery, has a truncated 6 steps, which I think is cool. So I'm just going to go over those now, and then I'll put a link down below. But step 1, admission. We admit defeat. We admit we lost the power of choice concerning alcohol and drugs. We admit our lives were unmanageable. Step 2, willingness. We chose to be willing to keep an open mind, to take action, and to follow suggestions. I like that better than the AA step 2, the traditional AA step 2. This is a 12-step recovery, 6-step recovery. Step 3, discovery. We made an honest personal inventory focusing on resentments, fears, and self-centered behaviors. Step 4, exposure. We share a personal inventory with a sponsor. With their aid and experience, we gain clarity of our issues and destructive patterns and an understanding of our part in creating roadblocks to change. That's fucking legit. Step 5, restitution. We make restitution with guidance, to the best of our ability, to anyone we have injured. We refrain from creating additional injury to others and ourselves by doing so. Step 6, sponsorship. We maintain abstinence and continue to practice personal discovery and exposure, seeking honesty, humility, and tolerance while sponsoring others to follow the same course of action. So I've mentioned multiple videos. The big book was written in the 1930s. It's not the fucking Bible, so even the Bible thumpers, in its edition 4 that I was reading from, I've mentioned that time and time again, it can be changed. This represents to me a very positive change in the right direction. I get what the steps are working towards by reading them. I can see how they would be useful in building a better life and maintaining one's sobriety. This is the positive change that I would hope traditional AA would follow, but now that maybe I'm wrong, maybe there's a place for traditional AA. It still seems to help some people, and maybe it's good that it still exists the way it does for those people, and that for people like myself who that's not going to work for, there are other options available. So that's all I have for tonight. Thank you guys very much, and I will see you here again tomorrow.